Yahweh, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war, and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower, and my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. Yahweh, what is man that thou takest knowledge of him, or the Son of Man that thou makest account of him? Man is like to vanity, his days are as a shadow that passeth away. Bow thy heavens, O Yahweh, and come down. Touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning, and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows, and destroy them. Send thine hand from above. Rid me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. I will sing a new song unto thee, O God, upon a psaltery, and an instrument of 10 strings. Will I sing praises unto thee? It is he that giveth salvation unto kings, who delivereth David his servant from the hurtful sword. Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood, that our sons may be a plant grown up in their youth, that our daughters may be as cornerstones, polished after the similitude of a palace, that our garners may be full, affording all manner of store, that our sheep may bring forth thousands and 10,000s in our streets, that our oxen may be strong to labor, that there be no breaking in nor going out, that there be no complaining in our streets. Happy is that people that is in such a case. Yeah, happy is that people whose God is Yahweh. Tavex, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. I am your brother, Mr. Real Talk, and this is your go to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. Hit the like button as you enter the door. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And what we do around here, because YouTube does not like to send out notifications on this channel, this is a Bible channel. It's a biblical channel. This channel is a Old Testament only channel. Torah only. Tanakh only. No JC. No only begotten Son of God. No Christ. No Yahushua, Black Yahushua, Bahashem Yahushua. None of that foolishness. It's all idol worship. On this channel, we do not get down like that. Okay? I want you to hit the like button if you have not already. And we're going to get started in about another couple of minutes. We always like to give it 10 minutes before we get into the topic because, as I said, YouTube does not like to send out notifications for this channel. So that's why we always got to wait to see if any of the beloved ones are going to know that we're in here. And once we see that at least a couple of people know that we're in here, we'll get started. Can you dig it? I'd like to welcome everybody to the channel. For all of my first timers, welcome. And if you're a repeat brother or sister on this channel, then shout out to you because good to see you as always. We got brothers and sisters all over the world. And I'm not going to keep y'all that long this evening, but this evening we're going to talk a little bit about the red pill, the real red pill, not what some of you or many of you may be thinking, because we hear that term a lot. We hear that term a lot, but I'm gonna touch on the real red pill just for a little bit, okay? And I gotta let you know right now, this live stream right now is only for men, women, young people, children. Well, there's no children watching this channel because you're gonna have to be 18 and up to watch this kind of stuff. 18 and up. But this channel is not for people who don't want the red pill, the real red pill. We deal with hardcore reality around here. Doesn't matter who likes it. Doesn't matter if I like it. We deal with reality. And reality is brutal. Although there's kindness in reality, but people like to overestimate and overstretch that to the point where it's not reality. Now, would we like that to be reality? And would we like it to be nothing but kindness and love in this world? Of course we do. That's what we desire. But no, that's what we desire. What the world actually is the real red pill, which the majority of men and women, they can't stomach it. Because the real red pill don't give a damn about your feelings. Reality don't give a damn about your feelings or mine. And no, understand this. Whatever I say to y'all, that goes doubly, triply, even quadruply for myself. So I ain't just talking to y'all. Everything I'm telling the beloved ones out there, this goes for myself as well. I talk to myself. I coach myself up, talk to myself, do whatever you want to call it. Of course I do. But I'm very hard on myself. See, I can't talk to brothers and sisters out there like I talk to myself because that would be disrespectful. Hard on myself, kind to others. That's the way you should be as well. You should be super hard on yourself. You should take both of your feet and jump in your ass when you need to be. Dig in your ass when your shit need to be dug in. This is that kind of live stream right here. I'm not playing around because reality's not playing around. The real red pill does not play around. And we're going to go into what the real red pill is in another minute or two. I see some of y'all coming in here. You wonderful Hebrew Israelites, you. Hit the like button if you have not already. And yes, this channel is definitely for the Hebrew Israelites. First and foremost, the Hebrew Israelites that's been scattered into all nations via the treachery of Psalms 83 conglomeration. Okay? Shout out to the Hebrew Israelites that's in every country, every city, every continent being treated like crap by the people who you're surrounded by. Shout out to all of y'all out there. And shout out to the handful of Gentiles out there that's cleaving to the house of Israel. It ain't but 2 or 3 of y'all worldwide. It's so few of you Gentiles out there cleaving to the house of Israel because we don't see any of you for the most part. A few, starting to see a few, but we know it's only going to be a few because I don't want you Gentiles out there to get it twisted. You Gentiles out there, you're going down. That's the real red pill. Everybody out there that's ever laid a hand on God's chosen people, you're doomed. Can you handle that? The real red pill. The real red pill doesn't care about me, doesn't care about you. It's reality at its finest. Not trying to soften it up, not trying to make it comfortable. The real red pill is about being uncomfortable. Digesting the truth, even though it may destroy your current life. Are you willing to swallow that? Most are not. And I want you to hit that like button. If you have not hit the like button so far, I want you to hit the like button so that, because this is how YouTube works. If they see people hit the like button, they will assume that the video is good. So that will force them to show it to more people. I want the Hebrew Israelites out there and anybody out there who wants reality. If you are a man, if you are a woman who wants reality, then you've come to the right place. We're going to search high and low for the truth, the raw and uncut truth. I don't need any chaser with the truth. Give it to me raw. I want the full effect. Because when you try to soften it up, you know what's going to happen? You're going to start lying. Lying to appease somebody. Either you're trying to appease some man or you're trying to appease some woman. The red pill is not going to do any of that. It's a double-edged sword. Just like the movie The Matrix. Once you took that red pill, there was no turning back. Remember he told Neo that? I'm not offering you any hoax. I'm not offering you anything more or less. Simply the truth. You can take this blue pill and you can just go back to sleep and think and believe whatever you want to think. Whatever makes you feel good. That's where many people are in this world. They want to think something that makes them feel good. And I get it. I get it. All of us were born into a blue pill world, at least on the exterior. But the real world that you live in, the one that you've been living in since you've been born, it don't get no more red pill than that. Just look on TV. Look at the nature channels. Look at nature videos. Wild America out there with the animals. That's the real red pill. Every day, all day. The animal kingdom doesn't get to take the blue pill. Only human beings like you and me get a chance to take the blue pill and live in la la land. Hit the like button. In another minute, we're going to get started. It's getting more like kill or be killed. Stop walking in smoke and keep it real.
nobody else gonna do it. See if nobody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I convince myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I've been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They done keep us in the street for so long. And I couldn't even be myself for so long. So don't walk in that smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's running, man, this shit ain't no joke. We'll never lose hope, cause we tapped in, stuck in the wheel, the system got us strapped in. Ain't for nothing, we gon' get it out the back end. And how the fuck I been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? I been feeling like this for so long. How could you be sleep? Times in your face, you ain't got.
We got Sister Shelly in the house. Love you all. Love you too, Shelly Shell. And I love every single one of you wonderful Hebrew Israelites out there. Wherever you may find yourself right now, you out there somewhere. And shout out to all of y'all. Much love. And y'all be safe out there as you moving and grooving. Please be safe, y'all. It's Friday night. The savages are out.
Myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I've been in the street for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They just keep us in the street for so long. And I couldn't even be myself for so long. So don't walk in that smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's running, man, this shit ain't no joke. But we'll never lose.
Tavex, Hebrews, purity, and becoming one. That's right. All praises to the Most High God for keeping everybody safe. Tavex, purity, and becoming one. Now look, how do we become pure? You must. It's not optional. You must turn to Yah and Yah only. None of this JC garbage, any of that other garbage niggas be trying to call on. I'm sick of it. I've had enough of it. I've had my fill of all the idolatry, idol worship, calling on all these other deities and stuff. I'm so fed up with it. I'm beyond fed up with it. I'm so fed up with it. I'm so fed up with it that I'm gonna start pushing the line a little harder around here. Alright, my tolerance is getting less. Tolerance is getting less. And I know I'm not the only one out there. My tolerance is greatly diminishing. All I keep hearing is about this filthy, stinking, this J dude, as our brothers at GOZ like to call him, the J dude. Disgusting, abominable wretch. But anyhow, beloved, I want to talk to you this evening about the real red pill. Now, where do I even begin? Where do I even begin? In this day and age that we live in, the majority of the population, including Hebrew Israelites, our people are some of the most delusional, mentally, spiritually discombobulated people that you're ever going to run across. Now, for various reasons, right? Every group, every nationality, every race, will have their own justifications for, I don't even want to say shortcomings, because refusing to look at something, that's not a shortcoming. It's foolishness. And foolishness is too light of a word. But we live in a time where the whole world has been pushed into a corner. Whole world been pushed into a corner to think a certain kind of way, to feel a certain kind of way, to act a certain kind of way. From the moment that you were born and birthed, you've been being conditioned. You've been taught, you've been schooled on what to feel, how to feel, when to feel. You've been guided. You've been taught when to experience any particular emotion. You've been taught how to express any particular emotion. Not overtly, covertly, they've done these things to you. Just like the movie tried to show you. It's called The Matrix. Every last one of us were born into the Matrix. Just like the movie, this thing has been going on for quite a long time. And the way society is today, it's literally upside down and inside out. But you know what the blue pill mentality is? Don't mention it. Act like it's normal. Even though I can look to my right and see a larger than life pink elephant standing in the living room or the dining room. You can have people over and everything. House full of people. Everybody will literally play along like they don't see that 13-foot tall pink elephant standing in the kitchen. People will actually pretend like they don't see it. And see, here's the thing. Everybody knows that if you're the one to look up and say, hey, man, what the hell is this over here? You already know you're going to be ostracized. You're going to be criticized. And you will be hated for being the only fool in the room with the audacity to point out that 13.5-foot tall pink elephant standing in the kitchen. Even though everybody in the house is in the living room carrying on literally like they don't see that elephant. Everybody sees it. But they say, you know what? Hell no, I don't want to acknowledge that elephant over there. Hey, let's just play along because it helps me sleep better at night. Pretending like that elephant's not 5 feet away from me in the house. How the hell did an elephant get in a side of an apartment condo? Or even if you got a mansion, how the hell and what the hell is a pink elephant doing in your living room, sir? With a house full of guests eating dinner, but nobody acknowledges it. That's the world we live in today. Because you know what? There's going to be ridicule, might even be punishment for acknowledging that elephant. Nobody wants to give up comfort. Comfort is the blue pill, beloved. Comfort is the blue pill. Just like Morpheus told Neo. He told him, now I can give you this red pill. You can take this red pill. And you can go down this rabbit hole of truth. The red pill was not a myth. All it was raw, uncut truth, unapologetic, without trying to soften up the edges. Because raw truth, it's a very bumpy ride. And it's very uncomfortable for those people out there, the men and the women who dare swallow the red pill. The red pill, all red pill is It's 100% raw, uncut, uncomfortable truths about reality all across the board. And you know, one of the biggest misconceptions out there, one of the hugest misconceptions, because this world is upside down. There's a huge misconception out there that the red pill is only about women, only about love, dating, and relationships. A lot of people out there, when they see red pill, you know what the first thing they're gonna think about? Women, love, dating, relationships. Now look, because red pill goes across all sectors of life, from money to religion to sex to politics to just life, nature, everything, knowledge, a human body. It also includes men and women. And this is one thing you're going to find. That red pill, it causes adverse reactions in men and women. And here's another thing. Because red pill just uncovers all truth unapologetically, red pill exposes who's behind the scenes running the show. A lot of the times, people who are in the backgrounds in the dark, or they could be physically in the dark or spiritually in the dark. They could just be unseen or unnoticed. A lot of people who work in the gray area and in the hidden space, whether that's a physical hidden space or a spiritual hidden space, a lot of those people, they don't like red pill because red pill exposes who's running the show. Red pill turns on a flashlight and it's going to look at every single person, every single being, men and women. And what you're going to find, a lot of women, a lot of women get in an upheaval, right? Number one, because there are people out there who try to make the red pill all about women, which is ridiculous. The red pill is about life. And men and women are part of life. And you're going to find a lot of women out there. One of the biggest reasons why they are against any kind of red pill, because it's going to expose what they've been up to. All right? Red pill exposes everybody. Most men, I don't know any men that like to be exposed. I don't know any men that like to be exposed, but men deal with being exposed on the regular. And as a man, when you get exposed, you have to tighten up. You have to hold yourself accountable. No man likes to be exposed for anything. It's a human characteristic trait. Nobody likes to be exposed. But men, you can jump down men's throat with 2 feet. Now, I'm not advising you to do this, but I'm saying you can. And there are a lot of men out there, they won't like that shit. I won't like it. Nobody likes it. But you know what? They will say, you know what? Damn, what this guy said is right. Even though he's talking to me, whether he's talking to me specifically. Okay, look, let's say a guy's talking to another man specifically. Let's say he's talking to me or another guy. Even though that guy might be singling you out, whether he's talking to me or another man. A lot of men can say, you know what? I don't like what this guy is saying. He's singling me out. But you know what? I don't like nothing that he's saying, and he's singling me out. But you know what? I gotta admit, what he's saying is true. And you know what? I gotta tighten up. I got to reform myself. It's my fault because everything that this guy's saying about me is true. And as a man, I don't like what he's saying. I really can't stand what he's saying. But he is telling the truth. I don't like it. It hurts me that he's describing me, and it's true. I don't like it. So you know what? I have to do better. I have to reform. That's red pill. Self-awareness is a part of red pill. Now, many men, like I said, they're not going to like that, but They're going to have to take it on the chin. And men can deal with that, the majority. The other hand, though, many of the sisters out there, they cannot deal with that. Because when you get to the red pill holds every human being accountable. And it just is what it is. You know what part of the red pill I had to digest was? Because I live in reality. I don't live in a world where I just dwell on how things should be. We could drive a forklift truck, 18-wheeler, between what is reality and what it should be. The gap is huge. I don't deal with how I wish it would be, how it's supposed to be. We ain't nowhere near that. So I'm forced to deal with reality. I was forced to take the red pill. It's not comfortable. I had no choice. I was forced. Or I could just take the blue pill and go back to sleep and believe whatever fantasy I want to believe. Most men and women, they choose the blue pill because they just don't want to deal with it. Right? And that's why not all, but many women, they get furious at some of this red pill stuff that's coming out. Even though red pill is not, women are just a part of it, just like men are just a part of it. Reality is red pill, and it affects men, women, nature, the animals. But like I said, many of the sisters don't want to hear that red pill stuff because once you see certain things, once somebody points it out to you, you'll never be able to unsee it. And red pill is not theory. The real red pill is life. And you can look, even the blue pill is in the matrix. They can go back to sleep if they want to. They can take that blue pill and wake up like Alice in Wonderland, just like they want. But you cannot get away. You can avoid reality, but you cannot avoid the consequences of avoiding reality. At some point, it's going to pull up to your front door. And that's the thing. Everybody at some point on this earth, you're going to take the red pill. So why not take it voluntarily? Most people wait until disaster strikes, all out destruction, and then there is no other option. You're going to swallow the red pill because there's literally no other pills. See, you don't want to wait till it gets to that point because, boy, taking it at that point, I strongly advise against it. But as I said, red pill reveals who's pulling the strings from behind. And because, here's the thing, you have the so-called elites, right? They're not elite, but they're the wicked of the earth. The wicked. Psalms 83 with Esau right at the top of that. The Edomites are running the earth. The wicked are running the earth. It's not up for debate. Psalms 83 runs the earth and Esau is the ringleader. That's some real red pill for you right there. That's why that's why you're not allowed to speak against who? Out of Psalms 83, who is it that you're not allowed to speak against? See, I'm giving you an example of what the real red pill is. It exposes everything. Who's running the show? Okay? Who's running planet Earth? All continents. Who is running the earth? Who is running the animals? Who's running the resources of planet Earth? Now, the easy answer is what? Psalms 83. We know that. But who is the leader of Psalms 83? It's Esau, the Edomites. That's some real red pill for you right there. That's why you are not allowed to speak against the Edomites, or what happens? Sometimes you can lose your job. They'll ban your channel. They'll delete your channel. You see that, right? That's easy to see. But on the surface, right? The Most High created what? Men and women. Now, the man is supposed to be the leader. That's not up for debate. Nor will I ever debate that with anybody. That's not debatable. Not with me. I'm not going to do it. I refuse. But since the world is upside down, the man is no longer the leader. Women run the earth. You got the Edomites. See, this is some real red pill, right? I'm giving you an example out there for anybody who's never heard of the red pill or you don't know what it is. I'm giving you an example in live time. The Edomites run planet Earth. They run every continent. Believe it or not, they do. You're not allowed to speak against the Edomites in any kind of way No matter what they do, no matter what they say, nobody's allowed to speak against them, or there's consequences for that. The red pill, that's red pill right there. Whoever you're not allowed to speak against, that's who you know they'll put foot in your ass. They're running the show. And right under the Edomites, who are you not allowed to speak against or to critique or to even examine? Women. And you know why? Just like the Edomites, women rule over you. The scripture told you that my people, as for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. That's a bad thing. Children are your oppressors. Children are destroying the community, terrorizing the community. Children. And women rule over you. You see that? That's the real red pill. You're not allowed to say anything about women other than, oh, she's gorgeous. She's a boss babe. She's so beautiful. Why? Because women rule over you. You think women want, do you think it's women out there that like me saying this? Even though they know it's true, do you think they want me telling you that? That's one of the many pink elephants. It's pink elephants standing all in the kitchen, and it ain't just one. It's a whole herd of pink elephants standing inside the house, at the crib, at your condo, at your mansion. You got about 5, 6 pink elephants standing in there. And one of them is women rule over you, over the world. The world is upside down. And I know, look, a lot of women don't want to hear that, right? Not my problem. I deal with reality. See, the red pill, it's going to cause you to lose friends. The hardcore truth. Going y'all only. Biggest red pill that you could ever do. And the world is adamantly against it. Look, who are you not allowed to speak against in this world? There's a deity. I don't know if y'all just heard that horn honk outside. It's called sound confirmation. There is a deity in the earth. Listen to me now. There is a deity in the earth. One in particular. There are many deities, but there's one deity in particular in the earth you are not allowed to speak against more than anyone else. There's a person, not a person, a deity in this earth realm that no one is allowed to speak against. Not even AI is allowed to speak against this deity. You know who I'm talking about? Anybody out there in the live stream or the playback, you know who I'm talking about? Look, this is some red pill moments for you right now. Because some people out there, I know many of you, because you've been brainwashed, many of you think that the red pill is just about women. I'm telling you, women is just a part of it. Just like men is just a part of it. Men and women, they're a part of life. And once again, reality for you right here. Many men don't like the red pill because it exposes them. But they'll swallow it and know that they gotta improve. Way more women hate the red pill than men. And you know what? The majority of women out there, they're not going to swallow their red pill. They despise it. And you always got to know this. There's somebody on the other end of that, of you not taking that red pill. Remember that. When you take the red pill, people pulling the strings behind the scenes with all the power dissolves. See, for every person that takes that red pill, there's an entity or a deity or a person on the other side saying, damn, I don't want him to take that red pill. I don't want her to take that red pill because I benefit from him or her taking the blue pill and staying asleep and believing whatever makes them feel good. How they want the world to be. I'm telling you right now, I don't care nothing about how I want the world to be. What good is that going to do me? I live right now in how the world actually is. Yeah, I'm hoping and praying and I'm waiting for that brighter future. But right now, I live where I live in the earth realm, where it's majority evil. The world is overrun with evil. That's the red pill. The real red pill. The real pill is the majority of people on planet Earth are going to get brutally killed. Men, most of the men are going to get slaughtered. Most of the women, they're going to get slaughtered. Most of the children going to get slaughtered. That's the real red pill. Are you willing to accept that? Can you accept that? Or would you rather just swallow the blue pill, act like you never heard about any of this stuff? That's what the majority of people out there are going to do. And I get it. I understand. We got King Shaq says, Shalom, brother. All praises to Yah only. Shalom to you, brother. All praises to the Most High, Yah only, as you said. We got King David. King David says, Tavex, everyone. Tavex to you, brother King David. Always good to see you, bro. Hope you being safe out there. Hope you're having a good week, brother. King David says, them goofies with the black cap and they own P-Hub, but they the chosen. Exactly. It's crazy, King David. King David says, and that dirty deity is JC and Black JC and Black Yahweh Shai. Yep. Can y'all understand that? This is why so many people don't want to take the red pill. Because you know what? This is the red pill. Not all of that just bashing women. Okay? Because that's what a lot of people out there think, that the red pill is all about bashing women. No. One thing I tell you the red pill is about, though, holding women fully accountable. And that's why you get so many women out there, they get a very heavy knee-jerk reaction to the red pill. Because you know what it's going to do? The red pill fully examines men and women. And we live in a world where this is the red pill, right? I know I might lose some subscribers behind this. Particularly, I might lose some women subscribers because this is something that I've just learned to deal with. I don't cry about it. I don't complain about it. But I deal with reality. And the reality is the majority of women here in America, they're not going to be held accountable. Nobody requires them to be. So for you or me or anybody else to think that you're going to hold an American woman accountable, you're the delusional one. Because I see a lot of men complain about women being in delusion. Women being in delusion. You know what? And you're correct. But what you don't say is a lot of you men out there, you jellyback Du Bois simps, you're feeding and causing part of this delusion by not holding them accountable. And we know why you're doing it. Because you want to have sex with them. We already know. And that's the part of the real red pill as well. The majority of you men out there are weak, you're spineless, and you only care about ejaculation. Ejaculation is your only motivation for life, period. You wake up in the morning thinking about the next time you can ejaculate, and you're hoping and praying that it's today, every day. That's all most of you men out there concern yourselves with. That's the real red pill. You're walking around with your testicles on empty. And I'm going to tell you something right now. A grown man walking around with his testicles always empty, not a good thing. A horrible thing. Okay? Your pastor ain't going to tell you that. Your dad ain't going to tell you that. You walking around with your testicles on E. One of the quickest ways to become a very feminine, soft man. You're driven by your lust. All you want to do is watch porn all day. Even if you got a wife or a so-called woman, you want to have sex. Look, this is what I'm going to tell you. Because most of you, the only thing you think about is ejaculation. I'm talking to the men right now. This is the real red pill. All you think about is ejaculation. You're jerking off. If you got a wife or woman, you just want to have sex so you can ejaculate every day. A grown man, even a young man, a teenager walking around every day with empty testicles all the time, you're on a road to disaster. Your health is going to plummet. Your spiritual health going to plummet. Your physical health going to plummet. You're going to be weak physically, spiritually, financially. You're going to be emotionally unstable. And there's no way you're going to attract just what you are. One of these American chaotic women who you can't tell them nothing. And they're not going to be held accountable. I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't even waste my time anymore. I'm not trying to hold women accountable no more because I already see what it is. You know why? Because I took the real red pill. The Most High God in the Old Testament said, you women who are at ease. How come you will never hear a pastor at church ever mention it? The women being at ease. And for a long, long time, I would never even talk about anything mentioning women because I already know what time it is. And I know it's just people bend over so backwards to make sure that women never are held accountable that they don't even know what it looks like. So when they even get close to being held accountable, most women are going to say, you're attacking me, because they don't want to be held accountable and they're not going to be held accountable. So I understand that. So I'm not even going to try to hold you accountable. If you come across a woman and she's going to hold herself accountable, consider yourself a blessed and highly favored man of the Most High Yah, because that's just not the time we living in. And they don't have to be accountable because society has been geared to cater to their feelings because they rule over you. Okay? And because what we having right now, the real red pill is right now as we speak, the world is going right side up. And what everybody's going to experience is something that's called overcorrection. When things have been so messed up and so out of line all across the board. I ain't talking about women. I'm talking about life, period. Nature, the workplace, religion, love and relationships, household matters, all of it has been completely off balance. Only a few of us understand this. And only a few of us understands when things get like that, we have something that is called overcorrection. And overcorrection don't give a damn about me, you, him, or her. It's already begun. And I'm telling you, when this thing rolls all the way out, you're going to see so much desolation and destruction, physical and spiritual. You're going to see a lot of men get put to death, one way or another. A lot of them. Women too. And what you're going to see women cry out like you never seen them cry out before. You're going to see no more of that strong, independent, tough talk. You're going to see women, they're going to come, the ones that the Most High allows to survive, because a lot of them going to die too. They're going to die just like you hard-headed men out there. Many of you women out there are doomed. You're doomed. You ain't no safer than these men. You're doomed. And because nobody can't tell many of these American women nothing. And that same poison, American women have spread their poison throughout the world. American men spread your poisonous Western ways throughout the world. So now it almost really don't even matter where you go. Wherever you go, you're going to run into this American bullshit wherever you go. And it has corroded the minds of humanity. Humanity. Not humanity, humanity. In case you haven't noticed, the real red pill. People are no longer people anymore. Well, you haven't noticed that? You haven't noticed that, huh? And you know what? Another thing, when you take the real red pill, you're gonna be labeled, you're mean. No, you're evil. You're sinister. That's what they're gonna say. But they won't be able to deny any of the things that I'm bringing out. Or anybody out there, any one of you who takes the real red pill, nobody will be able to come against what you're saying, because you're not teaching your own thing. You're merely observing reality as it is and not shying away from it, because there's nothing you can do about reality. Reality doesn't care how you feel. Reality doesn't care how I feel. And see, the moment you accept that, you are beginning. You're beginning. You can look at the world through rose-colored glasses. or you can look at it for what it actually is. And what it actually is, it scares the hell out of people out there. It scares the hell out of people out there when you really realize that there is no such thing in 2026 as love and relationships. People are not ready to deal with that. You know what? You know what a marriage is in 2026? You know what a relationship is in 2026? It's called a transaction. Oh yeah. Relationships today, they're transactional. That's why many women will straight up tell you, don't talk to me if you're not paying me. How many times have y'all seen that out there? I'm not making it up. All you got to do is turn on TV, turn on social media. Lots of women out there shouting from the mountaintop, I don't talk to no broke nigga. You got to have money to talk to me. Women straight up there tell you, you got to have money. You got to pay me to talk to me. We ain't even talking about going out on a date, whatever the hell that is. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't date. I'm not going out on no date. Are you crazy? I'm not a John. I'm not a trick. That's what dating is. It's called tricking off. Oh my gosh, Mr. Real Talk's talking about tricking off. That's what dating is. Tricking off. Modern prostitution. That's the real red pill. I gotta pay you to talk to you. That's called being a prostitute. But see, you can't talk like that. Why not? You can talk like that though, right? You can say I gotta pay you money to talk to you, but I can't say you a prostitute for doing it. Why not? That's what you are. Oh, I forgot. Because prostitution is acceptable in this society. That's another one of those big ass pink elephants standing right here in the dining room. But everybody acts like they don't know what I'm talking about. But you know what? Pretty soon, everybody's going to know what I'm talking about. Because when destruction comes, that's one thing that forces people to take the red pill. When you're on your last leg, possibly think you're getting ready to die, you'll be open to reality at that point. You know why? Because at that point, you have no choice. And I'm telling you, don't wait until that last minute. Don't wait. You best to take the real red pill now. You know how you take the real red pill? It's called Yah only. That's your first stop. Reverence and fear Yah and Him alone. That's the first of the red pill. But you know, most people don't want to take that. They say, that's a little too uncomfortable. The real red pill makes people uncomfortable all across the board. Talking about religion, talking about politics, talking about love and relationships, all that. Look, just the thinking point, another red pill thought for you, right? Just thinking out loud. We're surrounded by heathens worldwide. Heathens are the ones running the churches. Heathens are the ones running the government. Heathen, pagan, Gentile beasts running and presiding over the earth. Many people on planet Earth do as they're told, as the heathen, pagan, Gentile beast direct them to. Many of our mothers and fathers, grandfathers, even some of us, we got married. We got married under the guise and the tutelage of a heathen, pagan, Gentile beast who have no authority, who have no say-so over nothing. But many of us went out, our fathers and mothers, grandparents, great-granddads, whoever, some of us went out and got a marriage license and performed a ceremony, binding ourselves in a legal document with us and our woman with us, whether that was me doing it, you, your mother, your father, granddad, great-grandma, great-great-granddad, uncles, and so forth. We did that with the heathens signing the contract. Just food for thought, because I think about this kind of stuff. You actually believe that a heathen has any authority to bring Hebrew Israelites together or anybody together in something holy? That's ain't marriage supposed to be holy? What the hell is a heathen, pagan, Gentile beast doing going into a contract with you and your wife or you and your husband in a government contract with the heathens over something holy? This is just something to think about. Is the Most High going to honor that? Something to think about. See, when you a slave, these things never go across your mind. When I was a slave, I never thought about these kind of things because these things are already thought out for me. You go get married, go get a certificate with the heathens and make a deal with them and your lover. Bring the government, the people who hate you and put you in slavery, the people who do child sacrifice, human sacrifice, worship demons, go and do a government contract with them and let them come in your bedroom. You think that the Most High God honors that? See, I think about that and all kind of other stuff. The real red pill. Do you think that the Most High God, say your parents were married by the heathens, do you think that the Most High God honors that marriage? Just something to think about. I know most of you never thought about that before. Some of you have. When you were a slave, you don't think about stuff like that. I think about stuff like that now because I'm not a slave no more. Now, I'm not totally free, but I'm not that kind of slave no more where everything is thought out for me. Hell no. Is the Most High God going to honor a contract that I did with the devil with me and a woman? And vice versa. All you women out there who got married under the guise of a heathen, pagan, Gentile beast, because that's what they are. I'm not playing no games with these people. Is the Most High God going to honor that? Does he honor that? Even more deeper, do you need another man to marry you? Do you need another man to marry you? This is something to think about. That's all I'm saying. And does the Most High even honor contract with the heathens? You and your woman, and you're gonna bring the filthy, stinking heathens into your bedroom, into your life. Contract now. You joining yourselves to them. We were not to join ourselves to the heathens, nor to make no deals with them or nothing. But they made us think that they can preside over something holy like a marriage. I'm telling you right now, there's no way that I'm going to buy that the Most High is honoring any marriage where a filthy, stinking, heathen, pagan, Gentile beast call himself presiding over something holy. First of all, you're unholy. You don't have any authority. And look, have you ever seen a pastor or anybody try to marry somebody and that pastor was Yah only? Huh? Of course not. So you get married under the demon. Don't get me started. Because I get pissed off when I start thinking about this kind of stuff. This is the real red pill. It's not just about women, although women are a part of it. And whenever we get to the part that's about them, we will not be sparing them. That's the real red pill. Nobody is spared. Me, you, him, her. Everybody is, you're looking down a microscope, or you're looking at yourself and reality around you through a microscope. Men, women, it does not matter. And look, forget the heathen, because I know the heathen don't have any authority to bring a man and a woman together. Are you kidding me? They're monsters with no authority. They're unholy. And look, forget the heathen. Do you need any other man? I'm going to tell you, no. Did Adam need another man for him to take Eve? He took Eve as his wife. He went and knew his wife. He made Eve his wife. He didn't go to another man and say, hey, can you preside over me and help me to take this woman to be my wife? No. You a man, ain't you? Ain't you a man? Where did you see? Did you see Moses go get somebody to help him or give him the right to take a woman and make her his wife? What about Joshua? You ever read about Joshua going to get somebody? I never read where Joshua said, hey, Moses, can you marry me and my wife? Every time I see a man getting a wife, he went unto his wife. He knew his wife. He went and took him a wife. He gave his own self permission. I'm telling you right now, we ain't slaves no more. If I ever was to get married, I ain't getting no heathen, pagan, Gentile beast involved in my affairs. And I'm not going to even get another Hebrew Israelite man involved in my affairs. I'm going to see my wife and I'm going to say, hey, baby, I'm taking you to be my wife. I give myself permission to marry my wife. That's between me and my wife. Not no filthy, stinking, and I said filthy, stinking, heathen, pagan, Gentile beast gonna try to bring me and my woman together under some damn demon. And don't tell me it ain't under a demon, because every single pastor that marries you is a Christian. And if he ain't a Christian, then he's under some other demonic religion. All religions are demonic. That's the real red pill. It's not a good religion out there. All of them suck. Every one of them. That's the real red pill. You're not allowed to speak against Christianity, Islam, are you? You're not really allowed to just trash them. You're not allowed because they running the show. The real red pill exposes everything. It exposes me. It exposes you. Every one of us. And it forces you to tighten up. See, that's the thing people don't want to do. The real red pill, you gonna turn from your ways? Are you gonna turn from your wicked ways? Most people don't want to hear that. Not again. King David says, facts, it's real deep when you in reality. Yes, King David. King David says, laugh out loud. It was at one point, no one take them serious. No more, they overpaying girls. 2 million to dookie on them and jerk off donkeys. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see the kind of stuff that is going on out here? Again, I'm taking it from the top. This is the real red pill right here. King David says, laugh out loud. It was at one point, no one take them serious. No more. They overpaying girls $2 million to dookie on them and jerk off donkeys. They been exposed them high-ranked Muslim. Exactly. These are your Muslims over there. Filthy rich Muslims paying American women, especially black women, because they favorite black women for some reason, paying them millions of dollars to doodle on them and to, as King David says, jerk off a donkey, called bestiality. Okay? This is the real red pill. And it exposes everybody, like I said, from men to women to politics to church. Nobody is safe. Everybody is screwing up the world. Doesn't matter if it's children, men, women, the Pope, whoever. The real red pill is the Old Testament only, the Torah only, Tanakh only. And it destroys all lies. And that's why people don't want to swallow the Torah and the Tanakh. They say, nah, I'll take the blue pill, which is the New Testament. You see that? The Old Testament is too uncomfortable. The red pill, yes, it can be very uncomfortable. King David says it's all about hookup, how big your ride, and what you gonna do first date. Want to be Ruth Chris, doing all that when they full of STD and so on, while I sit my ass down and hope I find a Yah only. Hey, King David, I'm with you. To hell with all that other shit, man. And a lot of you brothers out there, I know it's hard, but you've got to restrain yourself and discipline yourself. It's just not worth it no more. That's the real red pill. It's just not worth it. Nothing but a bunch of Jezebels and 304s for the most part. And you come online and you see these women on here, y'all only. So it makes all of us think that there's more of us y'all only people than it is. It's not that many of us, y'all. Some of us live in a whole city and a whole town. There's not a y'all only person there. Or at least not for 20, 30, 40 miles. And even if it is, you don't know. We're living in a world the majority of people, the majority of people in this world are not y'all only. So that means that's the real red pill. It's gonna be hard selling for a lot of us out there. It's gonna be hard selling. And you know what? Sometimes you might feel like you alone, but you know what? You're never truly alone. Although sometimes you might feel like it. Hold on, beloved brothers and sisters, and don't get caught up in the madness out here, because it's a lot of madness out here. And it's a lot of people that don't want you to take the red pill, whether you're a man or a woman. You need to take the red pill. If you, to all my women out there, you sisters definitely need to take that red pill. And you need to realize, take that red pill all across the board. Because many of our women out there, they are in love with JC. Many of our women will cuss you out, even though they're supposed to be so-called Christians who so-called don't believe in that kind of language. But you talk against their God. The majority of Israelite women, they are in love with Christ, in love with JC, Black Yahushua. And if you speak against him, they're going to crucify you. They're going to demonize you, because you can't speak against JC. That's their God. Our women love him. And like I said, think about that. Letting these heathens participate in your marriage in any kind of way. It's not smart. And if you ask me, like I said, am I married? Of course not. And I'm glad that I did not just, run off emotions and be crazy out here like a lot of our brothers. Just because a woman looks good, you throw your life away and just lose your mind, basically. It's just like brothers like to talk about the women being delusional. Many of you men out there, you are delusional as well. And many of you men out there, you are afraid to be by yourself. You're so afraid that you will deal with a low quality woman. Which, let's face it, America is mostly low quality people, men and women. And it's sad to say it, even many of the children, because they're being raised in demonic, satanic homes. In case you haven't noticed, human beings are not human anymore. Human beings act more like animals than they ever had since I've been alive. People are degenerates out here. No morals at all. No kindness, not cordial. No consideration for others. People are heartless and ruthless. That's the real red pill, men and women. Heartless, ruthless. We've been taught to believe niceties and smiles and charms. Some of the most evil and the most wicked people have some of the kindest gestures and voices that you're ever going to see. They talk so nice and sweet. Their smiles are so beautiful, but their hearts are darker than coal. That's the real red pill. Their intentions are sinister. Meanwhile, doting around like they're loving and kind, smiling, gentle on the surface, but secretly behind closed doors, sticking it in deep in your back. That's the real red pill. Love. 2026, I'm in America. I'm in America. And you talking about love. In 2026, get the hell out of here. I'ma call cap on that one. Ain't no love in relationships out here. You know what a loving relationship is out here? A prostitute and a trick. That's what the typical relationship is out here. Pure transactional. Pure transactional. Like King David said, you better be taking them out on a date, first date, you better drop 300. I was out with my folks probably like 2 weeks ago, talking to my cousin, right? This nigga tells me on the first date, you got to drop 300. I said, bruh, you're out of your black mind. I told him, I said, see, that's why I don't date. I don't do no dating. Dating is tricking off. I'm not going to trick off. You want to know why so many brothers out there are broke, busted, and disgusted? Because they tricks. They're Johns. And you know what? Nobody sees anything wrong with that. because many women out there are engaging in modern day prostitution. No, brother. Brother, you can't say that, brother. You hate women, brother. This is ridiculous. I'm unsubscribing. That's something that people who don't like reality, they like to do when they see people taking the red pill. They try to say stuff like that because they have to do whatever it takes to get you and to stop you from getting others to take the real red pill. You can't say that, brother, even though they're doing it every day, all day. I can't say it though. Just like the Edomites, even though the Edomites have stolen our identity, claim to be us, doing all that history rewriting. I can't say it though, even though we all know that they're doing it. You see the resemblance? That's the real red pill. It won't allow you to state the obvious because it's too uncomfortable. And the world has gotten comfortable living in lies, which is the blue pill. The blue pill represents unadulterated lies. The red pill represents unadulterated truth without any bending or rounding off the corners to make it more palatable. The red pill don't give a damn how uncomfortable you are. Did Morpheus ask Neo how comfortable he felt after he took the red pill? Hell no. He left the choice. The choice was up to him. You either want this or you don't. You either want reality or you don't. And it doesn't matter if you don't want it. You not wanting reality is not going to help you escape it. And you can ignore it. You can ignore it for a very long time. But at some point, the way that the Most High God got this thing set up, at some point, you're going to hit that fork in the road. And usually it comes when destruction comes to your doorstep in some form. I'm hoping to the Most High God that you don't wait until destruction is upon you. Because then you ain't got no choice. You're going to take the red pill. And at that point, it might kill you. At that point. So I pray to the Most High Yah that whoever's out there watching this, you're man enough and you're woman enough to take the real red pill today. Because when you take it later, depending on why why you're taking it, because usually it's because destruction has descended upon you. And you don't always survive the destruction, beloved. You don't always survive it. So I'm telling everybody out there who sees this on the live or the playback, just like Morpheus told Neo, you are the chosen one. But the choice is up to you. Do you want to take the real red pill of truth, which is not just about women, like some of you simps out there think? The real red pill covers all areas of life. Love and relationships, school, finances, war, religion, politics. There is no escape from reality. The name of this channel is called Mr. Real Talk. Of course I had to take the real red pill. We don't run from reality over here. You know what we do? We run into reality. And we don't try to soften the blow. I don't try to soften the blow for myself. So I am not going to soften the blow for anyone else. That's blue pill stuff right there. Like Morpheus said to Neo, you want to take this red pill and you can really go down this rabbit hole of truth and see exactly how far it goes? Or you take this blue pill, go back to sleep, wake up in the morning, and everything will be just the way that you want to think it is. Not the way that it actually is, the way that you want to think it is. That's what the blue pill is. It's delusion. It's willful delusion. Because people don't like to be uncomfortable. But I'm telling you, when you're uncomfortable, that's when you grow. That's when you win, beloved. And I want all my brothers and sisters to win. You must take the real red pill. Go Yah only. Old Testament only. Torah only. Tanakh only. The real red pill. And yes, once you make that move, people are going to hate your guts. A lot of them. They're going to plot against you, slander your name, lie on you. But you know what? When you roll with the Most High Yah and Him alone, you will be untouchable. Divine protection will rest upon you. And people that come against you trying to bring, especially if they're trying to bring physical harm to you, you can go to the Most High God and ask Him to rock their world. If you know what I mean. That's the real red pill. Men and women of the Most High God, if push come to shove and you push our backs against the wall, we will come out swinging and we will ask the Most High God to take you out, flatline, bury you. That's the real red pill. They ain't gonna tell you that at church. I bet you go to church, the pastor will never tell you to pray to the Most High God to take somebody out. I know he won't tell you that at church. You know why? Because this is the real red pill. You see that? All praises to the Most High God and Him alone. King David says, I always thought that's crazy. I said to myself, I will not get on the knee. I'm just let it know what it is, verbal, oath to Yah, which is way more serious than a scam on paper. Talk about it, King David. Speak on it, Brother Jason Evans was good, Jason Evans says, that's Mr. Real Talk. King David, Shelly, King Shaq, and everyone. Time back to you, Brother Jason Evans. Always a pleasure, broski. Hope you're being warm and being safe up there in the Big Apple, broski. Yeah. Jason Evans says, our people are beyond dumb. They think if you don't get a marriage certificate from the state, you're not really married. Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? There's gonna be a price for you heathen, pagan, Gentile beasts who have been pulling all these fast ones on my brothers and sisters. You're gonna pay. And you're gonna pay by receiving boot to ass. And you will not escape. That's the real red pill. I'm tired of people keep on thinking that the red pill is just about women. But that also should tell you something too. And you should also take note on why majority of women are dead set against anybody taking the red pill. King David says, Todd Vex Jason, and facts, Jason. Scam ass paperwork. Facts. King David says, facts. Meet many beautiful women at the park and so on. I said it before. They wanted to date in ETC, but they was overly Yeshua. Fanned out. I couldn't do, but the old me would because they was buku fine. I feel you, King David. I feel you, King David. And yeah, it's hard. Because the majority of our women, they love themselves, either some JC or some Yeshua or some Black Yahushua. They love them and they're not letting them go. So it's a waste of time for you to join yourself to them. Because they're going to die. Just like the men who won't let this idol go. Most of the men are going to die. Same thing for the women. Most of them are going to die. And I would hate to go out there and join myself to one of these women, have kids with these women. And most of the time, the kids side with the mother. Even if the mother is wronger than two left shoes, that's the way that this society goes because, like I told you, women rule over you. Believe it or not. Right after the Edomites running the earth, right under them, it's the women. Women run planet Earth. Right? Doesn't matter if I like it. Doesn't matter if that's the way it should be. Doesn't matter if that's the way I want it to be. I'm not going to fight against reality. I see it. Women run the world. Right under the Edomites. Edomites run the world, and then right under that, And how you know who runs the world is whoever you're not allowed to critique openly, that's how you know they rule over you. You're not allowed to speak against the Edomites openly. They'll ban you from the platform. They'll delete your channel. They'll fire you. You're not allowed to critique women openly. They'll ban your platform. You could get fired. I mean, all kind of stuff. Can't make this up. And the Most High God told you in Tanakh, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. It's all over the place. There's no escaping this. You know why? Because the Torah and the Tanakh is the real red pill. You know what another red pill is? I know some of y'all not gonna like this, but it's true. If you got children out there and that child kicks the ass of the mother or the father, you know what's supposed to happen to that child? Now look, I'm not gonna say it because obviously YouTube will block this video. They might even strike this joint or try to delete my channel. But if a child kicks the ass of their mother or their father, you laid them paws on your mother or your father, you know what's supposed to happen to that little nigga? You know what's supposed to happen to him? You know what the Torah says supposed to happen to him? You kick your mother's ass. I don't like when my dad said, I'm gonna kick his ass. You know what's supposed to happen to that little nigga? You know what's supposed to happen to them biblically in the Torah? How many of you out there ready to deal with that? That's biblical. That's the real red pill. Hardcore, uncomfortable truths. Yeah. No, why don't you try to get them to repent? That ain't what the Torah said to do. If a child kicks the ass of their mother or father, whatever the Most High does to him when he gets them in the spirit realm, that's on them. But you know what you supposed to do to that little nigga? Yeah, but it's various reasons why we won't. It's various reasons why we won't. That's the real red pill. People don't want to hear that. Jason Edwards says, you'll hear Christians saying my child isn't shacking up, but a few states like here in NY still recognize common law marriage, but they don't understand. Too deep for them. Yeah, Jason, I know what you mean, Jason Edwards. King David says that's the main reason don't want them confusing debating Yah or not, because that's when I'ma get aggressive. Yah only and might get disrespectful with my girl and she mad, telling them no, it's JC or both. Yes, King David, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get very frustrated because I can't stand JC Black Yahweh Style. I'm sick of hearing his name. I gotta really work hard to contain myself because I'm sick of this dude, man. And all the destruction that he's caused, all the bloodshed that he's caused amongst our people. I hate him. King David says, but when they get older and change, that's on them at the moment. I'ma do my part, like y'all said, train them up. That's right. That's right, King David. That's all we can do is do our part. And you know what we got to do our part? Men and women. We got to be Yah only no matter what. We got to love each other no matter what. We got to have each other's backs no matter what. To all the men out there, we got to have our brothers' backs. We got to have our sisters' backs. To all the women out there, you got to have your sisters' backs. You got to have your brothers' backs. It's only but so many Yah only people all over the earth. Okay? All over the earth. There's not a lot of us, y'all. Some of us, believe it or not, you got cities out there in towns where there's not one single person in the entire town that's Yah only. So no wonder that many of us have a problem trying to find a wife or a husband out there because you ain't really got no pickings. Kings and Queens Coaching says shalom. Shalom to you, beloved one. It's slim pickings out there for the Yah only brothers and sisters. We all we got. And brothers, We have to protect our minds, protect our spirits. We got to protect our women. Listen to me. All of the women out there who are y'all only, they must be protected at all costs. They must be protected. That's part of your job. To protect the y'all only women, you gotta protect them. Okay? Listen to me. Now, I'm not saying that you don't protect the blood drinkers of our women, right? But they are not the same as a y'all only woman. Let me make that clear. There is a big difference. But you want your people, your women, particularly right now, I'm talking about the women. You want your women to feel safe around you. I'm talking to all my Hebrew Israelite men out there right now. You want our women to feel and to know that they're safe if they're around you. Not because you're trying to hit on them, not because you're trying to have sex with them, because that's your sister and they know that you are their brother. And I ain't talking about the wicked ones. The wicked women out here, look, they're going to be left to their own devices. I'm not stepping in to rescue or help or to save no wicked women. I'm not doing it. You're going to get yourself killed, okay? I'm not concerned with wicked people. I don't want anybody that's wicked. I don't even want you around me. I don't care who it is. Get away from me. But to the women that's out there, as y'all only, we got to protect them, fellas. And like I said, even though the ones who still drinking blood, as long as they're not out here wilding and acting crazy, you want our women to feel safe and to be protected because they are still our women, even though they have gone rogue for the most part because they've been captured and seized by the Edomites. That's part of the real red pill too. I know it's hard, brothers, to understand, but the majority of our women, they're not our women no more. The women of the earth, all races have been captured by the Edomites. I don't care what race you think you are. Your woman responds first and foremost to the Edomites. That's why they don't listen to nothing you got to say. But they will listen to the Edomites. All women of all races, they cater to the Edomites. They listen to them for the most part. I ain't talking about the exceptions. I'm talking about for the most part. And so as a so-called black man, brothers, we got to realize your women don't belong to you no more. You know when your woman will belong to you? When you finally win this war against these Edomites. That's when you get your women back. That's how it is, y'all. That's the real red pill. Most people don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. Most people don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. But that's when you get your woman back. Because right now, your woman is under a trance. That's like the third or fourth pink elephant in the room. Your woman ain't your woman no more. She follows the Edomites. She celebrates their days. She worships their God. And the Edomite told her she's above you and said, so they're like, okay, yeah, we rolling with you. You got the money. You got all the businesses. You got the job. That nigga can't do nothing for me. And remember, 2026 relationships are all about transactions. The Edomites got all the money, got all the wealth. So they got your woman. And you ain't going to get them back. Most of them, you never going to get them back. The Most High God is going to slay most of them. Just like he's going to slay most of the men. The Most High God is going to start the world over with just a little bit of men and a little bit of women. And he's going to grow that thing. Most of the men and the women on this earth, they ain't going to make the cut. We pray to the Most High God that we make the cut so that we can be a part of those little bit of men and those little bit of women that the Most High uses to start everything over. Most people are not going to make it. The majority of humanity, they just walk in charcoal. That's the real red pill. I hope that somebody out there has been edified by this live stream. And I hope you have a more understanding of what the real red pill is all about. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, all my beloved ones out there. Most High willing, I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow, the live is not going to be in the morning, but it's going to be earlier than normal. It's going to be early afternoon instead of late afternoon. Early afternoon tomorrow, most high willing, we'll be going live. Most high willing, I'll see you wonderful Hebrew Israelites. Then, Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one.